Hello everyone, welcome to jobskillshare.org. This is Danish, or you can call me Dan. Today I'm making another new video on basic Active Directory training. Now, if you have already watched my training videos in Active Directory, then this might be a little bit boring for you, but maybe it's because it's a brand new server, you might like it, you might learn something new, you might learn from a new example or something like that. If you're a brand new person looking for Active Directory training and you're just I don't know how you came to this video, you will really love this video because I'm going to first share the history behind these videos. So let's go and start sharing the history. So basically I started this in 2012. I created this first video, basic Active Directory training for IT support, and it has basically, I think, 2003 server. I'm not sure. I think 2003 or 2008. I think it's 2003. Yeah, it's 2003 server. So then you will see basically it's old now, and but look at the amount of response that I got from these videos, the likes and the people. So let me tell you, who are the main people over here. Majority of the comments that I get over here is people who are actually applying for jobs because they know someone will ask them about Active Directory. So what I do in this video is I show you exactly what we do at work as a help desk, as a normal IT technician. What do we do? How do we use Active Directory? So then, when I finish the video, you have so much information. Then when you start sit in an interview, you start talking about these terms and you know exactly how to use Active Directory. It gives them an upper hand, and you guys can read the success comments behind these videos. I am just so happy that it's helping people. So that's the first video that I created, right? Then I created in 2014 another one because there was a 2012 server. Now people, it's like IT thing. You once you start want to start training, you want your hands on the new and the latest technologies. So that's what I did. I created 2014 basic Active Directory training for IT support. Same stuff, different scenarios. We just add some here and there stuff, and then look at the response, look at the comments, just read about it. You're gonna get happy. Today what I'm gonna do is do the same exact thing like I did before, but this video will have a little bit more, so maybe this might become a little boring. So if you just want to know about the Active Directory and the help desk type, you might want to forward it and find that where I'm using the examples. But in this video what I'm going to do is first I'm going to be using 2016 server. Now let's just get started. You are a brand new IT person, okay? You're a help desk person, you just want to interview, and the first thing, this video will help those people. I just explained that. Second one is that let's say you got a job and somehow you are starting your work today, and then you know about Active Directory a little bit, but you don't know exactly what we do. So this video will help you also. Or maybe you're a student who wants to just look at Active Directory and how we use it. It can also help you. So a lot of people, you can use it in any way to kind of like learn this Active Directory. So basically we're not talking about Active Directory as in like creating domain controllers and doing that kind of stuff. This video is specifically for help desk entry-level IT technicians whose job is to work on Active Directory to kind of finish their daily tickets. For example, you might get a call from a user that I'm logged out. How do you unlock them? Okay, you might get a call from HR that we have a new user starting tomorrow. This is the name, this is the department, this is their title. How do you do that? These type of scenarios, basically you as a help desk or an IT person, you have access to Active Directory. Now there are multiple ways to get access, but I'm just going to show you directly how to do it on Active Directory so you guys know it better. Now like I said, in this video I'm starting something new. I will show you exactly how do people get to Active Directory, but before that, how did they get it in the first place? Basically it's a domain controller. The computer that will be running this from is going to be a domain controller. So what's going to happen is that we are going to install a domain controller, and I'm going to show you that. So that's why I said that this video will be a little bit longer than other training, so then you will see this part also, so there will be no confusion at all. But if you just want to watch the Active Directory for help desk, you might want to forward it or just watch the 2014 video. Then that's only, it doesn't show this part, it just straight goes to the help desk section. So in this video I'm going to show you guys that I have a 2016 technical preview server, which is basically the brand new server that's going to be, this will be removed technical preview, and then this will become Windows Server 2016, and you guys can see it looks like Windows 10. But it's exactly the same when you go inside. It's like Windows 2012. So if I open this section as a server manager, as you can see, it's just exactly the same as server 2012. So the first thing I need to do is to make this computer a domain controller. So I already named this computer. This computer name is JobSkills, sorry. So I'm going to add a domain controller. To do that, basically I'm just going to start from the scratch. So I will go here and then open my server manager. So I'll go to application here and then I click on server manager, and then I click on add roles and features. So basically this company bought, let's say this is a small business, they bought this machine. Now they want to become, they want to make this computer as a domain controller, and then the rest of the computer will be connected to this computer. This is how we do it. So you just click on add role and features, click on that, then click on next, then click on role based. Okay, that's fine. You click next, and this is the name. Yes, I want to keep that name. I'm just going to click next. And what option do we pick here? Active Directory Domain Services. We're going to click on that. That's the only thing you need. I'm just going to click on add features, click next again, and then I'm just going to click next, and install. Now, of course, when you in a production environment, and or you're a network engineer, like I said, this video is not for networking or any server administrators. So this will be more intense video, meaning like we're gonna do some planning. We're gonna make some two domain controllers and all of the advanced stuff. But this is just to help those guys that how did they actually get to the Active Directory? How do they even see these features? Before, we don't have these options. Like if you go to start and go to here and go to administrative tools, you don't see any Active Directory options. So how did they even get to it? This is how they get to it. This is why I'm making this video, so you guys can see this. So I'm going to stop this recording right now. Once this is finished, I'm going to come back and we'll start from there on. Alright, so that's done. What you need to do is to promote this server to domain controller, and just wait for a second. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a new for us because it's the first domain. So we're just going to add that. Okay, come on. Information. Oh, here. So root domain name, what we're going to do is to give it jobskills.local. Make sure it's local, not put like a full site name, because you know you're just testing. If you're just doing it for testing, like I say, this is not a video for you guys to do a domain controller type of thing. So we're not doing any explanations on these. So just do local. And what you're gonna do here is we'll just leave everything default, and put a password in there. So make sure you remember your password. Make sure I put it right. Alright, click next, and that's fine. You'll see this message. Just click next. So while that's happening, let me explain again. This video is not for learning about the domain controllers and Active Directory as like a full Active Directory engineering or administrator or network engineer. It's not like that. It's for help those guys. So this part is just to show them how everything is set up before they even get to their options when they start their work. So I clicked on next after that, and now everything is ready. So basically we'll just click on wait for this one, and that messages that you see on the top is fine for demo reasons. Just ignore those messages. And in this video I'm going to show you guys some of the tools that I use for quick response. Like if someone called, my password is locked out and you're not sure if it's actually expired or not. So this is what you get after you click on next. You can you can save the script if you are like PowerShell person wants to get everything automated. It says right here to automate additional installations. You can just click on script if you have multiple domain controller, so you could do that. Like, we're gonna click next on that, and we'll move on to the last options. So basically what I'm doing here, if you're brand new to this whole concept of domain controller thing, and in a very easy terms, this is going to be like your master computer, where let's say for example in your company you have 15 to 20 computers, and this is your server. When they say domain controller, let's say this is your domain controller, and all of these 20 computers are going to be connected to this computer, so then you can manage it. So then you are not going to each computer specifically on one-on-one and working on each computer. Basically you're working from one computer to manage all other computers. That's that's the concept behind domain controllers and Active Directory, because it's centralized management. So it's more than that, but that's just in a very basic explanation of it. So let's click on install over here, and once this is finished I'll come back. Alright, then you're gonna get this message: the computer is being restarted because the Active Directory domain service was installed or removed. You're about to be signed out. I'm just gonna click close. Okay, that's fine. Close and restarting. Now this machine, when it restarts, it's not going to be a single workgroup computer. This is a domain controller. Then this is where you can add other computers and then you can start managing them. So this is why I wanted to show this part, and I know 11 minutes, if you just came for help desk position and directly learning about that, then that's why I said in the beginning you need to forward it to get to this part. But there could be some people, how did they even get to this point? So that's why I wanted to show that. So I'm going to come back to this section, which just shows up right away after my restart, but don't get confused, I'm going to come back to this. Alright, so after restart I am logging into my server again now. So let's see what happens. Alright, I had to stop the video because it was taking longer, but when you sign in for the first time in Active Directory with a username and password, now let's watch. If you go to Start, go to All Apps, and that same Administrative Tools section, here we go, we have new features, and that's where you will be working. So basically I created this whole 13 minutes just to show you guys how did you even get to this point. Now this is where the help desk training will start, which is the main purpose of this video. It's basically, let's say you started your work for the first time and you got the username and the password. They say, oh, our server name is this, and this is the username, and your username and password, for example in my case dheather, and they give you the password, and I logged in, and they tell you, okay, you need to start working. And let's say luckily on the first day you get a ticket. Now ticketing is another thing that basically people will have in a company environment. People have tickets, they call it emails or whatever you can call it. But let's say you get a ticket, an email from your HR department that we have a new user starting tomorrow. So they need a computer, they need a username and the password, they need email and things like that, and they will send an email with like a title. So basically you get an email. So that's why I had that ticketing thing open, just to give you guys kind of like a visual look of it. So they will go, like a employee will go in here and they will just submit a new ticket. So they click on that, and you started the work today, and then let's say username is this, and then they say, okay, there's a new user starting tomorrow. They're just gonna pick something like a new user, and then they'll put something new user here. New user, new name is Danish, D-A-N, I can't type today. Okay, Danish, and title, they'll put like title, something like, IT, some other stuff. And what they're gonna do is basically priority, it's high because it's starting tomorrow, they'll send a message. So you as a help desk have a ticketing system. You as an administrator, basically you go in and then you check your email or the system, whatever system that you guys are using. You will see that, like you will open the ticket here and then you will see, oh, this is my ticket, and then I can reply, I am working on this or whatever. So you assign that call to you. Now this is your job. You need to finish that job, right? So basically that's the process that I'm trying to explain over here so people can get a better idea, a visual idea. So that's how it works. So now let's get back to the training now. So basically that's where you get. Now your job is to add that person. How do you do that? First thing, you logged into server. Like I said, this information is provided to you by your hiring manager or your network engineer, whoever is your supervisor. Maybe they will provide you this information. So you're not doing this whole part that I just did. This was just to show you guys. I'm saying that again and again so that can be clear. So now you as the person, help this person to start your Active Directory training, you basically click on Active Directory Users and Management. You can do it from here, or you can go to Start and then go to like your Server Manager and then go to Tools, and then you can click on Active Directory Users and Computer. Now there's another way too. Let's say for example they don't want you to log into the server. There's the add-in tools. Basically if you are using Windows 10, Windows 7, you go online and just look for like Active Directory add-in tools, and you install that, and basically connects your computer to this part. So basically on your computer you will see when you install that tool, you will see this Windows Administrative Tools on your computer. So then you don't even have to log into the server. You can log into your computer at work, and then you will see this part, and then that's where you can access all these features. Now you can see we have a domain right here. This is where you will see your company name. It could be, let's say, jobskillshare.org. That's our company, right? So in our company we have HR. They created a ticket. Now it's your ticket, right? The first thing you need to do is to create a user for that new person. So you go to users, and here you will right click on it and click new, and then click on user. Now it depends on a company how they set up this environment. This is a planning kind of thing, so that's also, you're not doing that, but it will be already pre-planned where they want the user to be. It could be a really big company and they have like different folders in there, OU folders and all that. So don't get confused, just do the basic training right now, and that's something a company will explain to you when you start working, that where the user needs to go basically. And here's another thing, that it's also up to company how they decide to do the naming. They could use first name and last name, so it would be like Danish, my last name is, let's say, Khan, so they will use like first initials and this, or they could use like first three and the last three and the date of birth. So things like that, it's up to company. And then you have your email will be right here, and the username, and so you click next. And most of the time companies will say that this is a policy that you need to check this, because once you give the temporary password and they log in with the temporary password, that user will be forced to change that password. So that's why they will keep that checked. It's good security practice. Users cannot change, but that's not something you want to do. Sometimes you might work on these type of like password never expires if there's a really specific thing you guys are doing, but that's not something you're going to be touching too much. So we're going to go ahead and click, give it a name, give it a password. Actually, I'm going to go back and change the users because we already have, no, we don't have Dcon here, sorry. So yeah, we already did that. We're going to put that username, you get the email, finish. Bam, so we got Danish Khan added to our system. Now that's one thing you did, right? He's starting tomorrow, but Danish Khan also needs a computer. How do you add a computer? You basically go to computers, right click on the computer, go to new, click on computer, and we're going to click on Danish Khan, and he's, let's say, Windows 10. We're going to go with W10. Let's say this is the naming format. That's also up to company how they do it, because most of the computers you want to be you want to keep it the same way, because if it's a name Danish Khan, then you want to put it this way. Maybe that will work for you guys, but it's up to company. So just the naming thing. So now we have a computer added, we have a user added. There are two things happen right now. If Danish Khan was to come tomorrow, he can sit on his computer, and then however you guys give this information to, maybe their manager, maybe you email them the information, maybe you just go down and give it to Danish Khan when he comes in for the first time, but he can sit down in front of his office, in his office, and start logging in with the computer. So the same username, he will use Danish Khan and then log into this computer. So that's how you manage. That's why we say that Active Directory domain control part, we did that because I want you guys to get a little good picture out of it, how things are managed. It's not just you jumping into Active Directory and start working. It's better to know this, where is it coming from and why is it important. So as you can clearly see why things are getting managed from here. It could be thousands of computers over here. It could be many users over here, and then you can manage it from here. So that's number one ticket that you just get. You did it. You finished it. That's how you finished. Let's say you were a brand new IT person, and this was your job to do. Imagine after watching this video how easy for you would be to just go and do that work. Second type of tickets you will get from the user section is basically, it's a very common thing that a lot of people will call you almost every second day or third day, that I'm locked out of my account because I tried multiple times. So maybe your administrator put that if you put your password on the computer when you log into your computer, or maybe some other way to use the login, network login, and you typed it 7 times and typed it wrong for 7 times, it will lock you out, and then you need to call your help desk to unlock you. So that basically is pretty easy. You right click on it, and then go to properties, and then go to account, and then just click on unlock and apply and OK, and that person is now unlocked and they can log in. Now if that person says I forgot my password, then you just right click, reset the password, give them a new temporary password, and make sure you do user must change the password. So now that's another call. Maybe they'll call back again and then give you another call, like now that's your time, you're using all this time. So they say, I can't remember my password, how do I reset my password? And that's how you do it. You just right click, reset, check this box. They are going to get another prompt that, hey, you need to change your password, blah blah blah. You might get another call, like groups. That's another thing. You might get a call that you need to add this person to this group, like an emailing group, or only these HR group or IT group. So you see by default there's a lot of groups in there, but most of the companies will have their own groups. So they'll right click and then go to new, and then they create a group, like there could be HR, like I said, and different type of things they will do. Maybe sometimes they'll put a contacts in there, but groups are very common, because of the access and stuff like that. So you basically will get a call that I want Danish Khan to be in IT group. So you right click on it, you go to properties, and then you go to members of, and then you type that group name or search for it, add it, and then click apply. Okay, and now he's an enterprise admin now. So that's how you add Danish Khan to enterprise admin, becoming enterprise admin. So that's another call, right? Another type of call that you will get is basically when people get married, or maybe they change their positions, they get promoted, they need to change their title name. It's basically you can just come over here and add these informations right here. So most of the title stuff name is under the organization, and then you'll put a title name, department, and this is important to keep everything correctly, because most of these informations are synced somewhere else, maybe a SharePoint, maybe another site that's pulling information from here. So when they see something wrong, they're just gonna give you another call. So that's a better way to just double check whenever you type something over here. You need to just double check that it's good and working. So that's one part. Sometimes you'll get a call that this person no longer work over here, please disable his account. Or maybe a person leaves, retire, or for other reasons you need to disable the account. You need to disable it, then you just right click, disable. Easy way. It's basically there's just think about it, how many calls are related to just to users and computers section. Not too much in the computers, but you will see a lot of user section. And sometimes you need to just delete a user from here. You need to put it somewhere like this person left, and that's another folder in there. You just need to move it. You can just drag and drop and move that person. Drag and drop is available in here. Sometimes you need to search for a person. So let me enable that account again. Sometimes you need to just search for a person. Maybe you can't find too many people in here. You just need to find it quickly and reset their password or something like that. You just go to here to the search container right here. So then basically I just do entire directory, and then you can find it over there. Just do dcon. Let's see, dcon. Oh, my keyboard is not good. Okay, so you do dcon, and there you go. So you have that, and now you can do the same process that we can do from the user section. Reset, disable account, add to group, rename, delete, properties. We'll give you the same options. So see how quickly you can learn about Active Directory by just having these options. Now, another thing that I wanted to share with you guys, that sometimes people will call about password resets, like how many how many days do they have to reset their password, or maybe it's expired, but there's really nothing to show you that is it expired. So there's a really neat tool out there. If you guys go to your Google, let me see if I have that open right now. Free, no, I don't have that. So what you guys need to do is go to Google, and I'll put these links at the end. I'm gonna share very important information with you guys, so definitely um, hear that in the at the end, because there's going to be a lot of information that you will love to hear. So what you need to do here is you just type Active Directory and Active Directory reset, type Spiceworks, and I'll share this link. I mean, I'm just kind of like testing it, right? Because I forgot what it is. Spiceworks HTA change. Okay, so this is the link that you guys would want. Let's see, Active Directory User Editor HTA. Let's click on this one. Let's see if this is the one that I was looking for. So kind of the same one, but maybe not. This is not the one. Let me go back in there and let's click on this one. Okay, this is the one, and I'm going to share this link with you guys, and then you guys can see this script is based off this is this. So credit goes to the person who created it. So then you guys can see how it's going to work. Basically, I already did that. So you basically click on get the code, and I'm going to share this link so you guys can click on it, and you can download it or you can copy paste from here. So all you got to do is to copy this, go to your notepad and right click on it and get that code, save as, and let's say I want to save this in my document. I'm just gonna do AD reset or AD password, so I can remember AD password, and you're gonna name this to HTA. It's a format that it has to use, so you do all files in here and then click save. Once you save that, go to your documents. Just going to minimize this so everything is clean. So you will see AD password right here. Then you're going to get this message. We'll click yes. And then it basically... Oh, I did a mistake. I've installed this on my other computer. Sorry about that. I think I already did this on this one too. So you'll just go back into... Same method. I'm going to do that because I thought I was installing it on my server computer, but I installed it on my personal computer, so sorry about that. Okay, so let's go to documents. I think I already have that over here. Yes, there you go. So I'm going to double click on that same thing. As you guys can see, I'm going to get this yes, and it says JavaScript. It basically picked up my domain name, so I'm just going to click OK. And here you basically say enter valid OU structure. So what you need to do is to type that name. So let's see if this works. Jobskills.local and click enter. There you go. So you just put the same whatever you see in the Active Directory right here on the top. So you just type that and you will see this information. Now watch what's going to happen. I'm going to show you guys something. So if you have this tool on your desktop, okay, you have this tool on your desktop and you don't have access to the server right now. You don't want to open the server, and it's just on the desktop right now. And let's say, for example, I go ahead and disable this account, okay? Or just think about it, it got expired, okay? So what's gonna happen? I can come back here and quickly search. Let's say somebody called, their account is expired, and you don't know, in Active Directory it doesn't show you that. You just type that, do search, okay? And there you go. Password has expired. Okay, that's awesome, because now think about it. You will get these kind of calls. Maybe there's after 130 days, a lot of people get expired, and they call you from outside. Hey, I can't get into my documents. I can do this. I can do that. You get all these calls, and you're confused. You know, like I can't see anything on Active Directory. you know, what's going on here, like, and then you spend that kind of time. So this is why I say you need to have this tool ready, because once you put the username, it directly tell you that, oh, there's expired. You just tell the person you need to restart, or maybe you need to reset their account, whatever the process is. But how quickly you found out, this is why I love this tool, and it's free. So that's why you need to have this tool on your desktop. Just get it. It's basically a script code, and I'm going to provide that link at the end of the video. I'm going to show everything how you guys are going to get this, but just information that you guys can unlock the account from here, you can change the password from here, you can disable the account from here. So it's a pretty great tool. Okay, so that was it for our 2016 basic Active Directory training, and how you guys can use the Active Directory to do a lot of calls. Now, question is, how do I get to these links, and so what are the information that you wanted to share with us? This is what I wanted to share with you guys. Is basically, this course is also, there's a full course on jobskillshare.org, which is for free. So this is jobskillshare.org, which is our site where we provide free, full, just like the training that I provided right now. We do it in a very, very detailed way inside the courses. So it's basically a platform where you can learn, teach, and share your job skills. So anyone, meaning any job that you do, you can come and share that skills with us. Now, can you get something out of it? Yes. If you share your skills on our channel, we pay you 80% of the monetized money. Let's say, for example, you give us a video of your job skills that you created. Everything is originally by you, and you give it to us on it's on our channel. So what's going to happen? Basically, you click on the Become the Trainer section, and then you'll see right here that you have we have 15,000 learners in this platform from more than 120 countries. All you have to do is to read this and see how we are going to. So let's say, for example, our video is 100,000 views and it generated this amount of money. So at the end of when you make that first 100, we're going to give you 80% of that. So now this is realistically, you're not gonna send us a video and it's gonna be 100,000 views unless you get really lucky. I mean, that's up to you. I mean, anyone can send us a video and anything can happen. It could hit 1 million views and then you'll get that 80% of it. So it's a great way for you guys to try something out. I mean, if you already know the skill, it basically helps our mission. So if you guys want to learn more, you click on this submit video section, and once you click on the submit video section, you will see all this right here. How is your video going to help us? So you can basically read all this and then send us the information of what type of video you're going to be sharing with us, and then click on submit. So that's it. Thank you for watching this training, and I'll see you guys in a different video. And the link that I'm going to provide for you guys is this. Basically, I'm going to share basically in my description area, I'm going to share a link where I will have all the 3 videos for Active Directory, and some more information about how to start the free courses. So just to quickly, you guys can come to the home page over here. Once you register for jobskillshare.org, this is the campus link, and if you scroll down, and if you specifically want more training, hands-on free training actually, you can click on this course right here, Active Directory User Management. Go to the course and start learning. Thank you for watching jobskillshare.org.